I own a pair of brightly colored striped sneakers. They are from a moderately sized brand, not something like Converse that would be, you've already lost me, friend. The fact that it's so kind that you assume that I would know what the moderately famous shoe brands are.
If it's not Vans.
If it's not Vans.
Vans are nothing for this guy.
They're from a moderately sized brand and not something like Converse that would be very common to own in a very distinctive pattern. Not something like a rainbow where the same design could arise accidentally. I'm wearing them today in a coffee shop, and another person walked in who I'm 100% confident is wearing the exact same shoes as me. What do I do about this? They're very cool shoes, and I want to go up to this person and compliment their great taste in shoes. But is that weird? And that's from Sneaker Spotter by the Seaside. Okay.
So this is the same shoes situation. I feel like, guys, we should keep a fucking record of all the ones we've done. Because I feel like we could say, like, hold up, and we flip back to, like, episode 219, segment B, when someone wears the same shoes as you. And we can do it as sort of like a technical manual of, like, well, we have established a precedent that you can walk up to them, just point at your shoes, and walk away.
There's a specific here, though, that I want to talk about.
Which is?
If you have got shoes from not one of the big name brands, not one of the big, you're not buying these at Journeys,
right,
with a specific pattern that isn't something repeatable. There is a desire there to stand out and be like, I own these. They are special and different.
Yeah.
We're walking up to someone and saying, hey, same shoes, might be taken as not necessarily an insult so much as a challenge of the implied one of us is going to have to go home and change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of the person who wears these shoes at this coffee shop.
Yeah.
So my territory. I've always been someone who's pretty open to complimenting people on their shoes.
Yeah.
Normally it's self-serving. You'll see shoes that are like, those are the shoes that would fix it. You know what I mean? Like you see shoes and you're like, those are the perfect blend of comfort and style, you know.
And then Justin's like, money's no object, and he buys like all the boots and shoes at the
No,
home
I
mall.
just like to know about some different shoes if it's time for new shoes.
He goes
Real
how
shoe
many
freak.
3D prints his own shoes.
Yeah. No, but I had a bad one this past week where we were on tour. I was in the elevator in the hotel, and there's a guy in like a nice suit, and he had these great shoes on. And I said, hey, those are really great shoes. He's like a business guy, right? Like this guy's going, you can tell in a hotel, right? If someone's going to floor 2, 3, or 4,
They're bigger than us. They're bigger.
Stay out of the way.
Get out of the fucking.
They're going to a business thing.
When
man.
a thing
It's not
opens,
for
when the
sleep.
door opens on 2 and there's clearly like a meeting conference thing, and you're like, I shouldn't have even been allowed
Oh,
in the
it's one of
elevator
those.
with you.
Or the
It's one of
workout
those.
gym zone.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
Jesus, this guy.
Or
he's
at a
coming back
hotel
from-
at the gym.
You're coming back
Never
from the
in my
pool?
life.
I just
Never
picked
in
up
my
my
life.
DoorDash order downstairs.
Yeah. But I was in the elevator, and this dude he gets on with him like, hey, great shoes. And then I'm like, he's like, thanks. And they're really comfortable too. So at this point, he said like, they're even better than you think they are.
What a dick.
And, well, no,
You're right. He basically said you're wrong. They're comfortable.
No. He's like, and also their comfort. It's not just style, their comfort. And then I feel like the natural follow-up is like, so what? Like, so hit me. You know what I mean? So like,
give them
this
to
is
me.
this is how they keep me out, right? This is how. So I'm like, tell me, give me your secrets. I got you right now.
What did you
and
say?
He's like,
that?
and then he's like, oh, I don't remember. And then I'm like, oh no, and the door opens. Okay, so there's a table of people with the cards. You know this?
Yeah,
the cards with the names. And he's like, I don't know. Sheesh. And he's kind of staring at me like, what do I do? And then he puts his hand up on the side of the elevator and lifts up his right foot behind him to see if he can see the brand. And he can't see it. So he's like, can you see? And it's so small. And he's holding the door open and he's balancing on one foot. And I'm like,
Doing a whole show
yeah.
for you.
And he's doing a little show. And he's like, can you see? I'm like, yep. He's like, what is it? I'm like, wolf. Because I didn't think he was going to ask me what it said. I couldn't read it. I just wanted
you
him to
lied
go.
about being able to see. He said, prove it.
what are they? And I'm like, oh no, I was lying about
And
it.
you yelled wolf.
It was written in signature, guys. It was like when it was in signature kind. It's so hard to read. And I was just pretending I could read it so he would leave and he would die in my memory and I'd never think about it again. But he just kept being there, guys. And I was there and he was there and the person at the table was there.
Yeah.
They thought he was being abducted or something.
And he was the CEO.
Dustin's answer is don't say anything about these shoes
Don't
because
say
you might get
anything.
roped into a high stakes instant quiz about what's on the underside of their feet.
Oh man, that was terrible.
I think that's about as good advice as we're going to generate on this one.
You're welcome.
We're
Let's take
really
a break.
we're really putting up some bricks this episode. I do got to say, guys, advice wise.